Siri? Oh god, she's... Stop. Dude! Do you like the taste of scar blood? Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Are we ready? Let's do
we'll edit
this.
that part out. Good morning, everyone. I'm here today with my friend Maria and my service dog, Athena.
She likes to lick everyone.
Yes, she does. Today we will be answering a few questions that we have been asked multiple times. And yeah, let's get into it.
Early signs of EDS. The hypermobility type, I guess as a child, is just being more flexible and probably having joint pains that people relate to growing pains, but you never have a clear answer. Easy bruising, just like your skin cutting open. I guess there's not really early signs. I think it's just how your health declines. Yeah. It progresses the older you get, almost, for some people. Some people probably will never know they have it, but I guess that's what I'd say about it.
Yeah. And, like, not everyone with EDS has dislocations, too.
Yeah.
So, like, my friend's mom has EDS, but she doesn't have dislocations. She's really hypermobile, but she never dislocates. Or subluxes, which there's a difference.
Okay, the next question... Get the frame more. Okay, so the next question is, can EDS be mild? Yeah, EDS can be mild.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah, it's a spectrum, almost disorder, so I would say some people are so mild they never really know they have it and it mildly affects them, but with EDS, with the mutations, it affects everyone's body totally differently. There's some overlapping symptoms, but I think it can really just be different for everyone and how their body is.
Yeah, like, again,
with the mutation.
Some people have, like, get dislocations really bad. Some people only get subluxes. Some people don't sublux or dislocate at all. So really just...
It's different for everyone.
Yeah, it just depends.
The next question is, why is EDS more common in women? And I guess there's not really a clear answer because I think chronic illness and just disease in general, from what I've read, is more common in women because it's more self-reported and men underreport their health. I think it's more of a gender thing, but either men and women can get EDS because it's
genetic.
Yeah, it's genetic. So it depends. It's whether if you have it or not, but I think it's just more self-reported and more women are more open about it. I think that's why. Next question is favorite makeup products. I just got this Morphe palette and it's really nice. I like it. And concealer. That's about it. I don't wear a ton of makeup.
I don't wear makeup either. I used to wear makeup all the time, but I don't.
I have to wear mascara because I'm like a ginger, so my eyelashes are like not there. And it looks like I have a bald face, so I do that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you couldn't really count this as, you could count it as makeup, but like not really. I dye my hair like all the time. So I used to have blue hair and red hair and all this stuff. I used Arctic Fox because vegan-free and cruelty-free. Vegan-free? That's not a thing. They're vegan and cruelty-free. So I absolutely love them, and the hair dye works really well.
The next question is, are you contagious? Oh, I love getting this question. No, we're not contagious.
Stop asking us this.
Yeah, if you see us in public and people ask, you're like sick. Okay, like if you have arthritis, it's like asking someone with arthritis, are you contagious? Like, no, you're not contagious.
I get this when I wear my mask all the time.
Yeah, like if you have to wear it in public, like before our surgery, I couldn't get infected, so me and Grace were at the mall with it. And yeah, people come up to you or look at you weird. I mean, I'm kind of used to it. Or if people ask, are you contagious? I'm like,
yesterday,
no, definitely not.
Oh my gosh,
sure.
Yesterday at PT, one of the ladies who was like getting us in asked me, she's like, are you here to rob us? We were like...
He asked if you were Darth Vader today. No. We're not contagious. Okay, so the next question is, what are some things that make your day more tolerable? Probably just naps, medication, just whatever you want to do, really. Cuddle with your dog. I think it's different for everyone, just like self-care routines. It's whatever makes you more comfortable, I believe.
Sleep is my big thing. I sleep every day after school, and I watch Supernatural, and she cuddles with me. She is my service dog. dog in training, Athena, and I absolutely love her.
My doggy's at home. And okay, next question. How did we become friends?
You hit me in the head.
I'm sorry, and Athena just like that.
She wants to become friends with us too.
So, I saw that I was like scrolling through Instagram.
Oh wait! Before any of this happened, I texted her like 3 weeks earlier.
Yeah, she texted me
and
3
was
weeks
like,
earlier.
"What do you do about hair loss? Because I'm low key losing my hair."
I have a
And
bald spot.
Yeah, and she was like, she said something like, "Oh, you just like deal with it," and I was like, "Okay."
And then I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw that, okay, we live in Ohio, and I saw that she posted something at the Akron Zoo, and I was like, oh my god, I live like 20 minutes south of there. And she's like, oh my god, I do too. She's like, I live in this city. And I was like, oh my god, I live in the city next to it. And she's like, are you free tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, I'll come after PT. So we met up at Starbucks, and her mom's like, are you sure she's not a 45-year-old like male rapist? And we've been like best friends ever since.
Oh my god, I freaking love her. She's going to college soon, and I'm so upset. Stop it.
know.
I don't know what I'm gonna do without her. Oh, and we like do everything together, and
We
we're
do
opening
everything
a
together.
support group together too, guys.
The next question is... Okay. The next question is your favorite conspiracy theory. Okay, I'm not a conspiracy theory nut, but I believe in conspiracy theories. A few. Like, okay, I get really heated about this. Hitler did not die in the bunker in April. He escaped somehow. Hitler did not die the day that history says the Soviet Union covered it up, and that's my favorite conspiracy theory, is Hitler, because that shit did not happen the way they say it happened. Okay, your favorite conspiracy theory?
There's one. It was one of the president's assassinations.
JFK?
Was like JFK. It was planned. That's one.
I think it was covered up by the government. There was more than one shooter for sure.
Yeah.
I believe that one too.
I grew up with that conspiracy theory because both of my parents believe in that hardcore. So like, when I learned that how it actually like went down, like how it actually went down, I was really confused because I grew up thinking that it was planned and then it was covered up by the government.
If you read the science behind it, I read the science behind everything. I'm super analytical, and there was no way he
I have
did
just
it.
like this random band-aid on my feet.
I got my braces. Future job is the next question. Okay, so I got accepted to the University of Kentucky with an academic scholarship, and I'm going to study biology. And then I plan on going to PA school because that's a more practical route, and become a physician's assistant. Somewhere, I have no idea. Who knows if I'll change that going to grad school, but right now I'm accepted in the University of Kentucky's biology majors program. So,
Okay, so I'm a sophomore in high school, and I'm in med tech, which is basically like it's a class, and at the end of it, you get your CNA your senior year. Well, if you pass the test, like the main test and stuff. After high school, I want to go to UCLA, Hiram, Mayo Clinic, somewhere, and study nursing. And I want to be a rheumatology nurse because, interesting fact, POTS is technically autoimmune. And so a lot of rheumatologists deal with kids with POTS. And same with EDS because it's it's joint.
that's how I got diagnosed.
Yeah, so I want to and I also want to go into peds. So I want to deal with kids who go through similar things that I go
So,
through.
nursing for kids, basically.
Yes.
What's the best thing that happened to you this week? The weekend.
I got a care package today. I got a birthday
Better than
present
mine.
today.
Her birthday soon.
Yeah.
Next question is, who is your favorite teacher and why? She's sleeping.
My 7th grade year and 8th grade year, who was awesome. I have dyslexia and dyscalculia, so I'm horrible at math. And he made it so much easier to understand. And he also made it really fun, so I actually kind of like math now. It's not my favorite, but I kind of like it. And, yeah. So, and I still, like, use the tricks that he taught me in 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah. So my favorite teacher, I'll keep it anonymous too, was my AP biology teacher I had my junior year of high school. She was one of my favorite teachers. She was fun and just really open, and Some teachers ruin your love for a subject, but she grew my love for biology. Since I was 5 years old, I always wanted to work in research sciences, epidemiology or something, and study pathogens. So when we got to that unit in my AP biology class, she helped me pass the exam, which is pushing me through college. She really inspired me. She's a professor for human biology right now for college, which I'm in that class. And she knows how much I love the subject, so she's letting me borrow this nonfiction book. I forget what it's called right now, but it's based off science and research and biosafety, because I'm a nerd, so I love that. And then my other favorite teacher was my psychology teacher, my junior year also. He was hilarious. He was down to earth, and he was just hilarious, and he like played psychology tricks on you. He's just like a one-of-a-kind person, and I don't know how to describe him. But today, while I was on my crutches, I was trying to open the door, and I don't like when people like pity me, but he told this guy, he's like, go hold the door for her. I'm like, no, I'm fine. He goes, no, he needs to learn respect for other people. And that really hit me, because he wasn't holding the door for me, he was teaching other people respect, and I like that.
Wait, are you done?
Oh, almost. And then she's
sorry.
not a teacher, but she was my physical therapist a year ago, and she's like my mom. I absolutely love her. We do a ton of things together, and she inspired me to come out more. She actually was the only person who believed in me for my health for a long time about 2 years ago. And I don't think I'd be where I was without her. She shaped my life so much. And, okay, what's your hidden talent? EDS flexibility. Hey, EDS flexibility, like, just.
I can put my leg behind my head, but I have really short shorts on, so I don't feel
Yeah,
like
me
doing
too.
that.
But Athena's in front of me, so I basically like curl up in a ball. And hip dysplasia sucks, but yeah. Hidden talents are being really flexible, even though you're not supposed to do that. Okay. Next
Backwards
question.
prayer up to your neck.
Yeah. What's your favorite feature? So my favorite feature is, as much as I hate my curly thin hair, I'm kind of like a redhead blonde, besides when I dyed my hair. So I love being like a ginger with like curly hair, and I absolutely love my freckles and like porcelain skin and green eyes. It's not really showing right now. Yeah. I was adopted, so I never really looked like my parents, but seeing my birth mom, I look exactly like her, and I think she's beautiful, and I just love that I don't have like the typical look, I guess you would say, the green. I've got green eyes, pale skin, and curly red hair, so.
Okay, so I love my hair. I love my natural hair. I really miss it. I have naturally red hair too, and super curly. I went through a phase though where I was like, well, I want to see what I look like with different color hair. So I like dyed my hair all these different colors, and now I realize that I miss it a lot. I like having brown hair, but I really miss my red hair. I also love my eyes. They're just like, they're like blue, green, gray, and they're really pretty.
Okay, so the last question is worst hospital admission. So for me, that was when my health started going downhill, was probably when I had my freak accident and shattered my femur into like a million pieces. And it almost killed me. I was losing blood. I was having uncontrollable muscle spasms. The ambulance, they pumped me full of fentanyl and pushed me to emergency surgery. I barely remember anything besides waking up, always screaming in pain with uncontrollable muscle spasms. And they had to hook me down. I lived, but that was by far the worst, even worse than my infection. So you go.
Yeah, my worst, it's not like I wasn't admitted to the main hospital, I was admitted to the ER, but absolutely horrible. And reasons why it was horrible was because, one, it was just in the beginning of this whole thing, and I was still passing out. Okay, but it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was so tired. It was like on a Wednesday, so I was out of it. I remember not feeling well at all that day. I went into anaphylactic because I had peanut butter. I was rushed to the closest hospital, which is Altman Hospital. And they don't have any pediatric doctors there at all. None.
Nope.
None at all.
I know they don't.
Yeah. And so, like, the doctors, if you're a pediatric patient at a non-pediatric hospital, the doctors do not know how to talk to you because you're a kid. So, like, I'm sitting there, I just had an allergic reaction. I probably know more about my health than my parents do because it's me who's experiencing everything. And my mom wasn't even home when it happened. She met me at the hospital. And this doctor comes in and she asks my mom all these questions. She's standing on this side of the bed of me and my mom's standing over here and they're talking straight over me. And I'm sitting there like trying to speak up and stuff. And one time she even looked at me and was like still talking to my mom. She looked at me to make sure that like to be like, shut up. It was horrible. Okay, everyone, those were the answers to the 15 Q&A questions.
Whatever, close to 15 Q&A
Yeah,
questions.
something around that. If you have any other questions,
Drop it in the comments and we'll try to answer.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
We love you, fam.
Please subscribe and like this post. And go follow us on Instagram. Poe with Pots.
Chronically Maria.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.